Hi ex-Jehovah's Witnesses, how are you? Hope you're having a good day. It is so rainy out here, but I got a little bit of work done. Not the end of the world. Hope you're liking my new sporty shaved head. It's for wind resistance. Actually, it's not. It's because there's nits going around in my daughter's school and I thought, screw that. It's true, it's horrible. Dreadful things. Anyway, I've been trying to think of a new video to do, but I've really been struggling because nothing I've seen has been that funny. I tried thinking about funny Jehovah's Witness memorial experiences, and they were funny, but they were also kind of pitiful too. I tried to think of doing a couple of videos on the Young People Ask. I've done one, hope you enjoy it, but they're kind of niche. But then something just pops up every once in a while, just cheers you right up. And again, it's from my favourite site, the Kingdom Hall of Jehovah's Witnesses Worldwide on Facebook. Love them to bits, okay? Don't ever change, guys. And the question that somebody, the forum guy who runs it, posted this question for those bright minds of the Kingdom Halls. What companies can close down if everyone in the world was a Jehovah's Witness? Do you remember having that bright-eyed and bushy-tailed feeling, oh, I just wish everyone was like us, you know? I did. I felt like that once upon a time, believe it or not. Now I wish everyone was like us. Well, you know what I mean. Okay, so let's see what the Jehovah's Witnesses think what jobs would be decimated if everyone was as good as they are. Number one, from Mumbo Chintu, is law enforcement for sure. Yes, because I'm sure none of the ex-elders or wives of elders or daughters or sons of elders will have heard any stories that required police involvement from their members. I remember one story, I don't know if I've ever mentioned it to you, but this is a true story actually, that a brother in my congregation back in the 80s sold an American hot rod car to a guy who was actually a very senior member of the IRA, but it was a lemon, absolute hunk of junk, so he wanted his money back. Back in the 80s, it was still worth £10,000, so back then that's about $22,000 in the 80s. It's like a house. Anyway, he wanted his money back, and this guy said, nope, get stuffed. So, very nicely, he then contacted the elders and said, I thought you were good people, Christians, that's why I dealt with you. And they said, well, what do you want us to do? And he says, well, you better do something or I'm burning down your kingdom hall. Yeah, and the guy in my hall was forced to refund all the money to him, and that's the story. So no legal problems at all with Jehovah's Witnesses. Here's someone says, cigarette places and casinos. Because illicit smoking and gambling has never taken place from a Jehovah's Witnesses. Oh my goodness. Here's one who says law firms. Once again, well, since you're forbidden from suing your brother, that one might be true. You'll have to go to the ever fair justice of the local Kingdom Hall elders, won't you? Here's somebody who says, homeless shelters, food banks, child protection services. Oh, sorry, I nearly had a heart attack there. They swear to God. Carol Shimwell says, homeless shelters, food banks, and child protection shelters. Well, if you look on the video channel of, I believe her name is Susan Gaskin-Fusco, she is an ex-JW who makes brilliant videos. I mean, they're so good. I hate her for it. They're so good. It's like, I feel like I'm a monkey with boxing gloves on, you know, trying to type a book, and she's Shakespeare. It's just painful. I don't hate her, but she's awesome, right? Well, dude, subscribe to her channel. She tells you a story anyway about, see how I digress. She tells a story about how back when she was a pioneer, she got temporarily for the night homeless in Brooklyn. And she phoned up the Brooklyn Bethel and says, what am I going to do? And they says, not our problem, and hung up on her. But child protection services, Carol Shimwell, you dope. Have you not been watching the news? Here's Anna Luz Hudson, just says a lot. Safe. Prince Zine says, the sex industries, all entertainment besides JW's Bible acting. And most important, all government and false religions. Oh dear. Oh, also, all harmful materials like cigarettes, alcohol, and so on. Well, why alcohol? Jesus converted water to wine. You are not a good Jehovah's Witness, Prince Zine. You do not know what you speak of. G. Martins Gringus, there's actually a person in the world called G. Martins Gringus, says army and police. I think we've covered that the police may be necessary. Military recruiters and all military entities throughout the world. I give the Jehovah's Witnesses 6 months before they break up. If they were the only ones left, 6 months before they were at each other's teeth. Just fighting each other constantly. It'd be like, screw those Reformed Jehovah's Witnesses in Belmont congregation. Abortion clinics, gun manufacturers, prisons, and tobacco plantations. That's very specific. No one will be going to jail, apparently. No one at all. No Jehovah's Witnesses ever go to jail, do they? Inhumane meat factories. Why? I don't get that. And then someone said, that's Annette Pacheco has said that. Inhumane meat factories. And Sandra Wagner has said amen to that. Well, how are you going to eat your meat then, Petal? Are you going to go out and hunt for them? Because you better bring a bow and arrow, because Kingdom Hall of Jehovah's Witnesses Worldwide Forum guy has just said gun manufacturers are out. So that's it. Get ready with your archery skills, Jehovah's Witnesses. Drug cartels won't have consumers. Oh, trust me, they will. I was at a Kingdom Hall party once. I'm not going to name the names because I still sort of like the family. And I was at a Kingdom Hall party at a witness's house, I should say. And their son said to me, do you want to see my brother's stash? I was like, okay. And so he went into the bathroom, and I could go to the bathroom now and find the stash. That's where he hid it. And he lifted up this bit of carpet, cut away floorboards, and these big blocks of marijuana, like Mars bars. It wasn't a stash, it was a haul, let me tell you. And he was a Jehovah's Witness, pretty good at the time. Drug cartels, my ass. Security. Okay, well, there's plenty of security around the assemblies, isn't there? So perhaps there'll still be some security. Strip bars and bars. Again, you can drink, guys. And I'm not too sure that being a Jehovah's Witness takes away a man's love for naked ladies. Just say it. Homeless shelters. All political parties. Food stamps. Cannabis clinics. I don't know about that. See, Jesus is very shy on the subject of cannabis clinics because they didn't have it. So I don't know where you could actually get a biblical principle for not taking it. I would really struggle. Pharmaceutical companies. Well, now you're not talking about the new system here, love. Yolanda Maudlin Lewis. You're talking about, sorry, I just want to laugh at her name. Yolanda Maudlin Lewis, pharmaceutical companies. You're talking about still living in this system and all being Jehovah's Witnesses. So you're still going to get sick. And trust me, the pharmaceutical industry is propping up the Jehovah's Witnesses because most of them are on antidepressants. Gun manufacturers, goes Hope Ugo. Bobby Kendall, Thomas Kendall says the NHS, no. Funeral parlors, no. You remember, you're not in the new system, jackasses. Babylon the Great, yes, it is a business. Look it up. Hospitals and funeral entrepreneurs, guys, give me something new. Retirement homes, okay, well, that's good. Because if it's not for retirement homes, Jehovah's Witnesses, where are you going to put all the old people? Because you don't look after them. Grief counsellors, no grief counsellors. But you can't see a counsellor when you're Jehovah's Witness. He might tell you to think for yourself. This is quite a list of businesses and occupations we won't be needing. I can't wait for that time to arrive, says Paul Coomber. Paul Coomber seems to be one of the regulars on this channel. And you can always guarantee that Paul's going to hit you up with some nonsense. Casinos. Mercy Cuombo Quatalo says Nan. Now, I don't know what Nan means. Perhaps she means her Nan, her actual grandmother. I give up on that one. Everything, because witnesses are not money hungry, but willing to give to one another. No, they're willing to give to the society. They're not willing to give to one another. No, not remotely. Okay. Halloween stores. Halloween is awesome. Halloween is an awesome holiday, and I recommend it. Insurance companies, mortgage companies, utilities, and water companies, taxes, says Rhonda Nail Polish Marbury. Now, Rhonda doesn't seem to understand how the world works. In any world, because even in the new system, there's going to be taxes. Trust me, okay? Because people will have to administer stuff. Oh, dear me. Not that that's going to happen. All churches, number 1. Okay, that's good. Get rid of the kingdom halls first. I am so excited to be living under Jehovah's heavenly government. Well, you're not, okay? Jehovah would disown you. Tina Trim, she would disown you. Ugh. Here's somebody. Irene Coleman says none really, because we are still imperfect, still sinners, and we'll make mistakes. Irene, you get a rare thumbs up. Oy, dear me. Charity shops, raising money for the homeless and for abused animals. May that day come soon. There's Jehovah's Witnesses. Not only did they not donate Not only do they not help other people, but now they want to close charity shops. I'd be out of a job. Mortgage business. Oh, if only that would happen. Blood banks. Dear me. No, you see, guys, you, Marcia Richardson, you fucking hypocrite. Blood banks. Jehovah's Witnesses can take as many blood factors as they want, but God forbid they actually donate any blood, because that would be bad. Dear me. All the way, brothers in our kingdom are having mental problems. More witnesses, more mental hospitals, says Justin Malik. You're absolutely right. Mental problems, especially when you're in a dreadful organisation that's a cult. And here's an interesting one from Tam Jones, says porn and porn companies. Well, I have pointed out that men do like to look at naked ladies, and there seems to be plenty of women willing to show themselves off. So you might be stuck there. Hospitals, police and jails, tax offices. Yeah, no more holidays. Oh, that sounds great, doesn't it? What companies will close down if everyone was a witness in this world? Because this one is ruled by Satan. Or in 1,000 years where Jesus is going to rule because, you see, this woman got the point. Oh my God. Thembacile Platigi got the point. She realised that they were talking about now. Okay? She's smart. She gets another rare clap. Supermarkets, says Corinne Walters. I don't understand supermarkets. What is wrong with supermarkets? I like Tesco's. It is very nice. Sainsbury's too. You hear me? We all going to grow all our food. So basically she thinks we're going to all go back to a barter economy. Ain't going to happen. It's a really bad system. Okay? That's why everybody in every civilization has invented coinage. Okay? And with coinage comes administration, taxes, civil service, all those things you hate. And people guarding all that money with guns. I feel confident that there wouldn't be any left if only if only witnesses were here. For surely we would be already in the new world and Christ is truly ruling. Pardon me, says Sharon Wells. And Jehovah is in full control. However, those coming down and those that will soon close are falling like dominoes. Oh my goodness. Well, we're not. We're not. Sorry, the world is still the world and you are still a tiny, insignificant cult. Healthcare, police, porn shops. It's all women saying no porn shops, no men. The men are just keeping their heads down going, yeah, let's just hope that one's not true. Drugs, Christendom books and paraphernalia. Christendom books? Blood banks, sexual predators. Oh, I'm going to cough myself to death. And houses of prostitution. Corn liquor stills. Oh my good. Audrey Blankenship clearly lives in the 1920s in America. In rural America. She's living under, what do you call it? Well, they couldn't buy booze. I forget. Prohibition. There you go. But this is fun. Sexual predators will be no more if only Jehovah's Witnesses were the only people left. I never knew that. Oh, good Lord Almighty. These people are so dumb. Mining for mining ore. Okay. War material factories. What's a war material factory? There's not many of them about. Generally, they all do lots of other things too. Psychiatric hospitals. And very strangely, research laboratories and health centres for flu shots. Apparently you won't be doing any research, nor will you be getting flu, apparently, if all the non-witnesses died tomorrow. And psychiatric hospitals. Now tell me, guys, ex-Jehovah's Witnesses, in your Kingdom Hall, how many mental cases were there? Okay, how many people did you know who should definitely be in a psychiatric hospital? I was one of them, trust me. All of them. Rejoice. People are so selfish, greedy, and lovers of themselves. I can't wait until this world is full of people who care about others instead of loving themselves. You notice that's the big problem with Jehovah's Witnesses. They have this desire for the end of the world, so you don't plan for the present one, you know. All you do is talk about nonsense like this, the end of the world coming. Indian herm and gambling and politics. Again, don't understand you, don't get it. Petrol stations, car companies, supermarkets, this is Michelle McClatchy, chemists, fake pastors trying to take people's hard-earned money, regardless of how poor they are. Michelle, do you want me to show you the picture in jw.org where they try to steal the little kids' ice cream money? You friggin' idiot. And finally, I think this is one of the nicest ones, hospitals and all doctors. They're not talking about the end of the world and the new system. They're just saying if we all died tomorrow, this apparently would happen. They'd all be healthy. no need for psychiatric services in the Kingdom Hall. Guys, the Jehovah's Witnesses are nuts. If you're a member, run. If you're one of my subscribers who enjoy this nonsense, God help you. Thanks very much. Bye bye.